So today, I wanted to tell you that I, well, okay, how to explain this? Um, it's kind of embarrassing to admit in a weird way. I'm homophobic. I'm actually scared of myself. All of the conditioning that I've had in my youth, all of the, I grew up in the 80s, and we know what that was like. So, because of this, because of my childhood, because of the way my mother would react when she saw my gayness, she was terrified, mortified. And I was innocent. I was just a child. I had no idea anything was wrong with me. I didn't know. I wasn't exactly like everyone else. I just was me. And then slowly over time, or even abruptly at times, I realized, whoa, there is something wrong with me. Um, I shouldn't feel the way I feel. Although it's just how I was, I shouldn't, I shouldn't be this way. There's something wrong with you, Kate. You aren't acting like a normal girl. You aren't being like a normal girl. You're a freak. I'm a freak. Um, I am not natural or how you would want it to be, as in society in general. But I didn't choose this. I didn't choose this, and sometimes I like to think of myself as a freckle on the face of life's complexion, sort of a mark, a blemish, a reminder, the imperfections out there. And whether you believe it or not, I'm quite the perfectionist in a lot of things, and here I am, my mere existence a blemish to society standards. What am I supposed to do? Well, I'll tell you what I did. I decided right then and there when I realized it, I must change. I must be right. I must be perfect. I must conform and I must be. Because I didn't want to be this awful thing. So I chose. I chose. Because I was taught it was a choice. All the while I didn't realize that it meant I would never love or be loved in the way that I could and what was natural to me, and so I forced myself into your box, into the world's box, into religion's box, into my mother's box, my parents' box, what was supposed to be, so I could be what's right, what's good, putting makeup on the blemish that I was to the world, and I decided, okay. And so, living in that disconnect of self and suppression, I was unable to acknowledge that I was actually gay. I was only able to realize I was never, ever happy. I was a broken, straight person. I thought, if it's a choice, I choose then. So therefore, and yet I never, ever made it work. I tried. If anyone has tried to make it work, I tried. Giving birth to my son fulfilled something in me that I knew my marriage couldn't, because I was in a heterosexual relationship. Not knowing that that's what was wrong, but also having an arranged type marriage and never falling in love, and never have I ever, apart from a few women in my life. But in this case, I was just struggling, and there would be days where I didn't even know why I wanted to die. I wanted to die. I didn't know why. I'm just a positive person. My nickname, Pollyanna. And I wanted to die. I wasn't okay. I wasn't okay. And yet, I was still able to bring the world my joy in my face and my sparkling smile and prove to you that I'm okay and everything's great. And I'm a mom and a damn good one. And that's one thing I learned was I was a damn good mother and I love my kids. And in doing so, I was able to bury myself into my children, giving myself to them. And also in doing this, enabling myself to be so focused on them, I was able to separate myself from my man. And in those times, and it fulfilled this void in me because I couldn't be a good wife. I couldn't, but I could be a good mother. I don't know where that maternal thing came from, but I have that ability. So I've been asking Johnny to read his journals, and in doing so, he's gone back and he is realizing that even before our marriage, he wondered. He wondered how much I loved him. He wondered if I even had any sexual attraction to him at all, which is really eye-opening for him and eye-opening for me as well, because I knew it was there. I know my story, and I don't like to look at it and admit it because I feel so much guilt and shame because of my own internal homophobia, that pain of knowing that I'm everything that I was taught was wrong, with the world. I am not a perverted person. I'm not perverse. I don't, and yet I have this, this about me that's been there always. So I'm learning now to get to a place where I don't hate myself anymore. Where I'm like, it's okay, Kate. You're okay. You're okay. Someone just tell me that I'm okay. I'm not some crazy evil person. I'm okay. And that I'm not a terrible person for deciding that I have to be myself. And in doing so, it means then that I have hurt my spouse. But the reality is, he's going to be so much better. After reading his journals and realizing how much struggle he has gone through, he didn't even realize it. He's forgotten a lot because, we don't live in the past, we live in the now, or at least most of us do. So he's like, wow. And I'm like, wow. See, you've struggled all of these years. So by coming out and being honest, it's actually setting him free to find someone who can love him fully. So I think that although we are separating and divorcing, and there's a lot of pain there for him, and also for me, I've gone through a struggle as well. Not to make this about me, but it hasn't been easy. It's been terrifying. It's been terrifying facing my own fears about myself and about being honest and coming out to you and sharing this all with you is terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying. It's like saying, hey, I am this. I am this. This is something that is so scary. So, thank you for loving me. Thank you for the support. Some of the best things that I've ever heard are things like, that my messages are healing to some people and setting some of you free. So here I am, world, being as vulnerable as I can be. So I love you. Peace to you. And thank you for loving me. So if this helps you, great. Shoot me messages, send me comments. I will reply. I will answer questions that you have. And I love you.